Hey Mixers, welcome back to another WNBA player props video. We had a full sweep on our last video. It was just two bets here, but that was awesome. We've done pretty well in the playoffs, I should say. So let's give away some cash and then talk about the next playoff slate. All right, so let's go ahead and spin that wheel. There's a lot of you guys on the wheel today because we had the full sweep, so everybody gets in. And we have Rashad Thomas 6528. He commented lock in, clock in. So Rashad Thomas, I know you've won before, so I will get that money to you and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Let's go over the summary really quick. We had A'ja Wilson under 10.5 rebounds. She had 9, so she tried to get there, but couldn't quite do it, and we cashed that one. Satou over 8.5 rebounds and assists. This one did scare me a bit because she only had 1 assist, but got there in rebounds for 10 total. We got everything wrong about that Lynx and Mercury game, other than the Satou prop. So we missed the money line, missed the spread, and missed the under. And then in the Aces Fever game, we did get the Aces, missed the spread, and then we got the under there. So we figured that the Aces would come back strong on their home court and that the Fever would let off the gas a little bit. Also, we saw exactly what I told the Aces they need to do, is that they need to force the ball out of Kelsey Mitchell's hands. And that is going to play a little bit into our player props for today. Let's talk about the slate. Lynx at the Mercury. The Lynx are 4-2 straight up in these contests, although Mercury did win the last one. And in Phoenix, they're 1-1. So I am going to take the Lynx on the money line. They are the better team. I'll take the Mercury plus 4.5 to keep it close. The spreads have been 3 and 8 in Phoenix, and it was 3 when the Lynx won. So they barely won. So I do like that to happen again. So the Lynx barely winning and stay under the 158.5 total. The totals in Phoenix have been 145, 150. So I do think that if the Mercury, if the number goes over the total, it will be because the Mercury are making their shots. So that is what happened in the last game. And I think that that's, what would happen again. So I am going to stay to the under though on that one. Aces and Fever. The Aces have not won in Indiana, so that is something to consider. Also, the Indiana home crowd is a pretty good one. So I will take the Fever on the money line, Fever minus 4.5, which may seem crazy to you guys. And then I'll take the under 162.5. I just like the Fever to win at home here. The Aces should be pretty tired. It's a tough road spot for them. I'm not saying they can't win in Indiana. I'm just saying that I think that the Fever and Aces, I think we've talked about this before, they don't match up well for the Aces. They match up better for the Fever. So that is who I'm taking. The totals in Indiana have been 135 and 150, and they won by 27 points and by 10 points. So they've really blown out the Aces in Indiana. All right, let's run it back. I know this is really boring, really probably pretty annoying, but I'm running it back. Okay, sorry. We just cashed on it, so I'm doing it again. A'ja Wilson under 10.5 rebounds. She's under in 80% of head-to-head games. She's under in 60% of playoff games this year. And she's under in 71% of playoff games last year. I didn't update the middle chart. Whoops, to show that recent miss. When playing in Indiana, she only had 3 and 6 rebounds. So it was a really big miss. And Alyssa Smith did have a lot more rebounds when they were playing in Indiana, just FYI. So we're running it back here. And we're running it back here. I mean, if the books aren't going to move the lines, then let's just keep taking them. Satou should play even better at home as far as her rebounding and assisting goes. She only got 1 assist in that last one. I think she gets a few more this time. And she still is probably going to average between 6 and 8 rebounds. So I like her to get this again. So over 100% in the playoffs, over in the last 6 games in a row, not just including these 5 playoff games, but the last regular season game as well. She's over in 54% in general at home on the whole year. So we ran it back with those 2 bets as the 2 best bets. And then I'm going to throw in a couple alt lines that I like for you. So Kelsey Mitchell over 2.5 assists. Like I said, the Aces forced the ball out of her hand, and she had, I think, 5 assists, or maybe just, I don't remember. It's not on this chart because this is just showing her home games, but I think she had 5 assists in the last game with the Aces. So you could take the normal 3.5 assist line. I like it at 2.5. She's over 80% of the time at home with no Caitlin Clark, over 100% in all the head-to-head games with the Aces without Caitlin Clark. So I love a stat like that. And then Nafisa Collier over 17.5 points. She's over 80% of the time in head-to-head games, over 80% on the season against any team, and over 80% in away games on the season. So 380s, triple 80 right there, leads me to we're betting that. Although, take a look at these head-to-heads. She only hit it barely 3 times. So she got exactly 18 3 different times. I don't care. I mean, this is the playoffs. I do think she's going to get there. She'll probably have right around her normal line, which is around 20 to 21. And that's kind of where I'm expecting her to be. All right, so those are the bets that we like for today. We are running it back on our 2 best bets. I don't know if that's bad luck or good luck, or I have no idea. But that's what we're doing. And we might continue to bet A'ja under on her rebounds as long as the Aces are in the playoffs. Who knows? Unless they move the lines or they change the payouts on us. But for now, this is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comments. Any comment gets you entered into the contest. I do already have a Thursday Night Football video out as well, and a college football video. So if you want to go check those out and get in the mix on those videos, you can as well. Except, we don't have any best bets on the football video, the NFL video. We will on the college football video. So you can go get in the mix for that one. All right, thanks, guys.